Hey guys, it's me. I gotta tell you guys this funny story last week. Talking to my mom about this new cool recipe. If you guys haven't checked it out, natasha'skitchen.com. And it's a really good recipe, tons of recipe, but it's primarily avocado salad in there. But so I was telling her about that, and one of the things I was asking her was like, how come when we were growing up back at home, uh, we didn't eat like beets and mushrooms and whatnot. And she was telling me about how Puerto Rico culture and agriculture is different than here in America. But then that led me to ask her what I want to share with you today, and that is how come she never cooked for us. You see, my mom, even though she's a scholar, considered scholar, professor, she was never seen in the domestic angle. Like she had never cleaned, she never cooked. The one time she cooked, you can ask her. There's a major joke. The joke goes that she killed the chicken scare to death. Uh, she never ironed, cleaned the bathrooms, or anything like that. So, in a sense, my dad at the time was kind of like Mrs. Doubtfire, but granted, he was a contractor, so he was kind of like your macho man. But that's another story. But what I asked her was, how come she never went domestic? Because her training, her trade when she was younger is nursing. So I figure a mom nursing, so she will be more nurturing, right? And she told me that, one thing that she realized when I was born, my sister was born, I'm the middle child, if you haven't figured out, was that she was not going to be ashamed of working more and different jobs as long as she doesn't feel guilty about it, uh, because that would only inspire her to do better every time she saw us at the end of the day. So it was kind of a cool conversation. I'm going to try to translate the best I can how she broke it down for me. But she pretty much decided that if she will spend more time growing her career and evolving as a person, she was going to be a better role model for us, and we will actually be inspired to do better in school and stay out of trouble because we see her busting her ass every day, every week, right? And it looks like it worked, right? But the one thing that we were talking last week was what kept you focused. And she said, it was crazy because we didn't have much money, but I needed to find money to pay the cleaning lady. We needed to find money to pay. We had a lady that came and ironed all our clothes, and then a cleaning lady, and who else we had? We had a gardener and whatnot. And even though we were not rich by any means, right? But she focused on what she was good at, what she was passionate at, and that automatically made her quite a bit of money, right? So the people that were good at their skills, at their trade, do what they did best, and she would just do what she was doing best. And that created for her this kind of level of sanity that I kind of want to share with you guys is the fact that because you're a mom and you're nurturing by by law, so to speak, by mother nature law, you might feel sometimes guilty. Sometimes you might even feel overwhelmed by the amount of things that you don't do for your family and your kids and put yourself second, right? But when you're looking at shame versus guilt, which is one of the things I've been studying for almost a year, you know, guilt is the action versus the shame is the feeling, right? So if you feel guilty because you didn't put the dishes away, or you feel guilty because laundry didn't get done, that's an action. So you don't really feel shame. Now, from the little bit of time, almost a year, I've been studying mother and women behavior for the most part. Shame is pretty much contained or imprisoned by three things. Okay, judgment of what others people are going to say about you or how you might be seen by others. Secrecy, because you don't want to tell anybody or you don't want to bother anybody with that. and then silence, where you kind of hold it deep inside of your soul. You don't might even not share it spiritually. Okay, so now here's the trick. Once you find somebody that's empathetic and worthy of knowing what you're going through, then you will see how that level of shame dissipates. And the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because my mom is 87 years old and she's so clear, so active. I mean, she travels 3 months at a time by herself from Puerto Rico to all the different states that we're at, and active. So she's not coming here and sitting and plopping. She's out shopping, out at the park with Bianca. But it's pretty amazing to see how powerful can you be when you do a little bit more self-care by being selfish about improving yourself so you can better set the future for your family and your kids primarily. Okay, so I want to challenge you guys today, especially as we're coming closer to that time of the year where a lot of people start kind of getting off track and falling off the wagon. I'm really challenge yourself to be selfish and do a lot of self caring. And I talked to you guys before the new year about, you know, really creating a ritual or a new routine to be self care. It can be meditating, pedicure, massage, workouts, whatever can be that be. Okay. So my message to you, my challenge to you today is to be selfish, to create self care so you can actually care better for those people that matter to you. Tomorrow I'm going to share with you, maybe in a little bit, I'm going to share with you a quick video that a church did secretly, kind of like a hidden camera thing, of moms, what they thought that their kids thought about them, and then the kids of those moms, they interview them in a different room at a different time, and ask them what they thought about their mom, and you'll be amazed, what you, as nurturing human beings that you are, how off the mark you guys are. Okay, so take the challenge tomorrow. I'm gonna help you. I want to help you create what I call the wheel of sanity, where it's based on Albert Einstein that there's certain level of balance, but the balance about keeping the wheel going of the bicycle is to keep moving, because if you're not moving, if you're not evolving, you're not growing, right? And when you're not growing, you finish it, you're dying, right? So I just want to share with you that story, and I'll hit you tomorrow with the rest of how to take on the next step if you're up for the challenge. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.